Are your beautiful Monstera leaves turning yellow, drooping, or looking sad? Don't panic. You're not alone. This is one of the most common problems plant lovers face. And the good news is, it's almost always fixable. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why your Monstera leaves are turning yellow and what you can do to bring your plant back to life quickly. Whether you're a beginner or you've been growing houseplants for years, this video is going to give you the tools you need to save your Monstera and keep it thriving. Imagine looking at your plant right now with its pale, tired leaves. Now imagine it in just a few weeks, full of deep green, vibrant foliage again. That's exactly what I'll help you achieve in this video. In this guide, I'll cover the 3 biggest mistakes that cause yellowing leaves in Monsteras, how to avoid them, and I'll also share a bonus tip that almost no one talks about. Something simple that can transform the health of your plant if you use it. So make sure you watch until the end, because that one tip could be the difference between a Monstera that just survives and one that truly thrives in your home. And if you're new here, welcome to Plant Care Secret, where I share simple, practical advice to keep your houseplants healthy, beautiful, and stress-free. If you want your Monstera to become the centerpiece of your living room, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the first problem, and this is the one that kills more Monsteras than anything else: overwatering. Overwatering is the #1 reason Monstera leaves turn yellow. If you notice yellow patches starting from the lower leaves or spreading across the entire leaf surface, chances are you've been watering too much. I've seen so many plant parents panic and give even more water when they see yellow leaves, thinking the plant must be thirsty. But in reality, the roots are suffocating. When the soil stays constantly wet, the roots don't get oxygen, and instead of absorbing nutrients, they start to rot. The result? Leaves lose their healthy green color and turn yellow. The fix is simple, and it doesn't require anything fancy. Stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels damp or cool, hold off on watering. Monsteras actually prefer to dry out a little between waterings. They're tropical plants, yes, but they don't live in swamps. They live in rainforest floors where water drains away quickly. By waiting until the top layer of soil feels dry, you give the roots a chance to breathe. You can even use a moisture meter if you want to be precise. But trust me, your finger is the best free tool you already have. Once you adjust your watering routine, you'll notice that new leaves come out greener and stronger. The second big reason Monsteras develop yellow leaves is lack of light. I once had a friend who called me almost in tears because her Monstera, which she loved like family, had yellowing leaves and was starting to rot. When I asked her where she kept it, she told me it was in a corner of her bedroom far from the window. That was the problem. Monsteras are light-hungry plants. They don't like harsh, direct sunlight that burns their leaves, but they do need plenty of bright, indirect light. Without it, they can't photosynthesize properly. And when that happens, leaves lose their rich green pigment and start turning pale yellow. The solution is simple. Move your Monstera closer to a window. An east-facing window is perfect because it gives gentle morning sunlight. If you don't have that, a bright spot near a south or west-facing window with filtered light works too. If your space is really dark, you can invest in a grow light. Place it about 12 and 18 inches above the plant and leave it on for 10-12 hours a day. Within a few weeks, you'll see new growth that's darker and healthier. I've had Monsteras bounce back dramatically just from better lighting. It's like giving your plant the energy drink it's been craving. Now let's move to the third hidden reason your Monstera might be struggling: poor drainage. This issue is often overlooked, but it can be just as deadly as overwatering. When a pot has no drainage holes, water has nowhere to escape and ends up sitting at the bottom. Over time, this stagnant water suffocates the roots, cutting off oxygen and creating the perfect environment for rot. The damage begins below the soil where you can't see it, and by the time the leaves start yellowing or drooping, the roots are already in trouble. Many plant parents unintentionally cause this problem by using decorative pots without holes. They look stylish, but in reality, they can turn into slow traps for your plants. I once knew a friend who lost her Monstera this way. She thought the yellow leaves were just aging, but when she finally repotted, the roots were mushy and brown from sitting in water for weeks. The solution is simple. Always use a pot with drainage holes. If you really want to use a decorative pot without holes, keep your Monstera in a plastic nursery pot with drainage and place that inside the decorative one. This way, you get the best of both worlds, beauty and function. Another option is to improve the soil itself. Mixing in perlite or orchid bark makes the soil lighter and airier, helping water drain faster and roots breathe better. Even adding a thin layer of small stones at the bottom of the pot creates space for excess water to collect away from the roots. These small changes can make a dramatic difference. When you fix drainage, your Monstera will often perk up within weeks. Stems become firmer, new growth appears greener and healthier, and the plant regains its natural strength. Now for the bonus tip, and this one is especially helpful if you travel often, have a busy schedule, or sometimes forget to water your plants on time. Instead of worrying that your Monstera will dry out, try this simple trick. Place 2 or 3 ice cubes on the surface of the soil. As the cubes slowly melt, they release water gradually, keeping the soil evenly moist without flooding the roots. Think of it as giving your Monstera a built-in slow-drip irrigation system. This method is perfect for people who tend to overwater in one go or those who don't always remember to check the soil. One of my subscribers told me she used to come home after long weekends to find her Monstera completely wilted. But when she started using ice cubes, her plant stayed upright, fresh, and glossy the whole time. Another friend said it gave her peace of mind on work trips, knowing her plant was getting water even while she was away. Just remember a few guidelines. Don't pile the cubes directly against the stems because sudden cold can shock the roots, and don't go overboard with the amount. For a medium-sized pot, 2 or 3 cubes are plenty. For larger pots, you can add a couple more spread evenly across the soil. Done correctly, this method helps maintain steady moisture, prevents stress from underwatering, and saves your plant from the damage that comes with dumping too much water at once. It's a small habit, but it makes a big difference for busy plant parents. So what happens when you get these basics right? Proper watering, enough light, and good drainage? The transformation is incredible. While yellow leaves won't turn green again, new growth will emerge fresh, glossy, and vibrant. Over time, your Monstera will go from looking weak and lifeless to lush, strong, and full of energy. Those iconic splits and holes in the leaves, the fenestrations, will become more pronounced, and the plant will truly show off its tropical beauty. I've seen Monsteras bounce back from near death with just these adjustments. It proves that you don't need to be an expert or spend a fortune. All you need is to pay attention to what your plant is telling you. Here's the key takeaway. Don't panic when you see yellow leaves. Instead, check 3 things: water, light, and drainage. If you get these right, your Monstera will not only survive but thrive. Small adjustments can lead to big results. Before we wrap up, remember this: your Monstera is more than a plant. It's a living piece of art, a little slice of the tropics in your home, and with the right care, it can grow into a breathtaking centerpiece. Each new leaf is a reward for your patience and care. Thank you for watching Plant Care Secret. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more simple tips to keep your plants healthy and beautiful. And if you want more inspiration, check out my video on 5 easy houseplants that are perfect for your living room. You'll find it right here on the screen. Until next time, happy planting!